Hey, what's up YouTubers? What's up guys? It's your boy Toddy Walnuts back with another unboxing video. And a couple of days ago I got this in the mail, and you can see in the title and what's in front of you here. This is volume 6 of the Hammer box sets that are put up by Indicator. This is volume 6 Night Shadows, which includes the Shadow of the Cat, the Phantom of the Opera, Captain Clegg, and Nightmare. And what we usually do on this channel is we go through and we kind of dissect what's inside the box. We go through the movies, we go through the box art, special features, and we talk a little bit about the movies. So stay tuned for that. I am joined again today by the lovely Miss Hannah and the beautiful Miss Heidi. And they can't wait to see what's in the box set. So let's get into it here, guys. Alright, so what we usually do on this channel is we unwrap the plastic and we go through and we look at the box art and talk a little bit about the company of Indicator Powerhouse. They are a British company, and I would guess that probably most of you, or 90% of the people who are watching this video, already know everything about Indicator Powerhouse. But just for the chance that there are people who tune in just frequently, or not as frequently, and just like to talk about movies but really don't collect, they may not know about this company. But Indicator is a very, very high quality, top-notch British releasing company, and they put out some very high quality box sets. And this is a line here that, like you can see, this is volume 6. This is definitely one of the lines to chase if you guys are into the horror movies, the British Hammer movies. This is a really cool box set and a really cool line, and I hope they continue to keep making these. They do have some other ones in their catalog, and they did send me a catalog, and we'll go over that at the end, and I'll show you guys some of the other titles that they have to offer. And they did also send me a two-sided poster. It's beautiful. It's really cool. It's a really retro looking poster, and I'll stretch that out and we'll take a look at both sides of that later in the video. But the first thing that I usually like to do is I like to look at the box art. So I'm going to dump the movies out. And these boxes are really cool. It's like a hardcover shell. It's very thick, very sturdy. It will definitely protect your movies. And the box art is really cool too. It's kind of a simple design, you know, but it's really cool. It has like a, I don't know, like an army of the undead skeletons on skeletal horses with that pitch black background. It looks really cool, and you can see how they kind of shadowed some of the bones with a bluish tint, which I think is really, really nice. There are just some write-ups about the films that includes, you know, the people who had anything to do with the movies, the directors, producers. So looking at the spine, these look really nice on the shelf, side by side. I will leave a thumbnail picture, which you guys probably, well, you already did see it, because by the time I upload this, the thumbnail will be up, so you guys had a chance to check that out already. But these are spine numbers 230, 31, 32, and 33 for these 4 movies. And the 4 movies that we're talking about are the Shadow of the Cat from 1961, has 79 minutes running time. It is in black and white. Captain Clegg from 1962, 82 minutes running time. It is in color. The Phantom of the Opera, that's the Herbert Lom Phantom of the Opera from 1962, 85 minutes running time, and it is in color. And Nightmare from 1964, which is in black and white, 83 minutes running time. And we're going to go through each of the individual special features per disc, so I'm not even really going to go through this right now, but I just wanted to show you that it's a huge amount of limited edition special features in this box set. So a really nice, beautiful display box, very high quality, very sturdy. Very happy about that. It also does come with this belly band, and and it has the indicator logo at the top, the 4 titles of the movies. This one is limited. They usually are, and I think all of them have been limited to 6,000 so far. I didn't bother to go back and check. The earlier ones might have been 5,000, but 6,000 seems to be the right number. And you can see that I got number 2,108. And you can see the 4 movies there with the retro 1960s poster art, which is absolutely beautiful. So we're going to pause it here now. We're going to get into the first movie. I'm just going to pull from the pile, so these are going to be in no particular order. So let's check those out. And as I mentioned before, these are put out by Indicator Powerhouse from the UK, and this is easily one of my favorite companies. And I think a lot of you guys would probably agree. The attention to detail and the quality that they put into their product. This is not by any means a paid promotion. This is just a fan speaking true. I get nothing from Indicator Powerhouse. Everything that I get from them, I have to pay for. What I meant to say is that, you know, they don't throw me a bone or anything like that. So this is just a fan's true words shining through to you guys. And I'm sure most of you guys feel the same way about the quality. But we'll take a look here at the cover art, which is absolutely beautiful. That is everything that you want in a cover. You can just see the distress and the fear in that young lady's eyes, and this kind of a, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know. This is not a spoiler, but it almost looks like that's a corpse right there. So looking at the inside, it's a 2-disc set. First one here is the Blu-ray. I like that color scheme that they have, their little color bar with the different colors that go around. I really love the way that that looks. It shows through here too on the belly band at the top. To me, that reminds me of like the 80s VHS tapes that we used to buy to record stuff off of TV. Some of those VHS covers were really bright and vibrant. But there's the Blu-ray. Take that out. Here's the DVD, which is really cool that they each have their own individual artwork. And actually, that is not a DVD, it's a paper sleeve. They fooled me on that one. It's just a paper little disc. I don't know why. What the heck is up with that? It almost didn't want to come out either. It says you have received, okay, this is new. This is pretty cool. This is brand new to me. You have received the first pressing of this limited edition. At the time it was manufactured, there was a shortage of single disc cases caused by a lack of raw materials. We didn't want you to have to wait to experience the contents of this release, so we decided that using this 2-disc case was the best way to avoid delays without having to make any unwelcome adjustments to our usual packaging design. Please rest assured that this case should only contain 1 Blu-ray and that there's no need to worry about where a second disc has gone. Well, that's pretty cool. I guess, you know, I suppose, you know, I probably would have freaked out, so I can totally see why they put that in there. So if I would have opened this up, and I'm sure most of you would have been the same way. So you open up this case, you look there and you see that there's 1 disc, but there's definitely a spot for a second disc. You're definitely going to either probably search other YouTube videos to see if somebody else had the same problem. You're going to Google, you know, anything, probably social media too, which I'm completely off of social media, so that's not where I would get my answer from. And then the third thing would be to send a nervous email to their customer service, and they don't want to hear that. So they came up with this pretty good solution, in my opinion. So there you go. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty genius, actually. So there is a reversible cover, Nightmare. 3 shocking murders. Did she dream them? That's really cool. I like that cover better. It has more of a retro painted poster vibe. But although this one is pretty cool too. And this is the newer movie of the four. This one was from 1964. The other ones were older than that. But this one is black and white. But I'm looking forward to checking that out. And over the years, I have come to love and really respect and appreciate black and white films. So I'm looking forward to watching that. Before we get into the next movie, there's a very thick booklet that came with this release. And we will thumb through it. Cast and crew. Some stills and write-ups. Really high quality, thick, glossy pages. I can't say enough good things about Indicator. I would put them up there with Arrow Video, Criterion. Vinegar Syndrome has some really high quality releases, and I think those are probably my four favorite releasing companies. There's so many out there that are great, and I don't want to make a list because I love them all really, but the four that I just mentioned are probably at the top of the game. I'm probably forgetting some off the top of my head. Like I said, there's so many out there now, which is a good thing for collectors because you don't want the physical media to ever die. But let me put everything back together in this release here, and we'll get into the next movie. The next one here is another beautiful cover, and this is the Phantom of the Opera from 1962. This one is in color. Really love that color scheme there on the poster art. And you can tell that's another painted cover. Kind of didn't really talk about the special features in Nightmare, but I'll go back to that in a second. But they're calling this one the greatest thrill classic of all time, the most unusual tale of terror and love ever told. But for this one, you get a 2K restoration. If you want to pause that, you'll be able to read everything on there. But you do get some audio commentary. Looks like there are some making ofs, documentaries. It's pretty long too. The Making of Phantom of the Opera from 2014, 31 minutes. And you get some more interviews and a short critical appreciation, image galleries, 40-page booklet. This is everything a collector wants in one package. You get a beautiful box. You get each movie on their own release and their own case. You get the original poster art plus a reversible cover. And each movie comes with a very significant sized booklet. 40 pages is really pretty impressive for movies, you know, like this. And here we go again with the little paper sleeve in the back. But there's the disc art for the Blu-ray. Take that paper sleeve out so we can enjoy the reversible cover. Phantom of the Opera. It's also kind of cool to have this little piece also as a collector because, you know, this kind of shows that you do have the original first pressing. Because I'm sure over time it sounds like they're trying to remedy this problem, and probably, you know, they may just come out with a single disc. Maybe they have already, I'm not sure. But there's the reversible cover. Because this was limited to 6,000. I got kind of sort of a low number, I guess, 2,108. Maybe by the end of the run they did already switch these to single DVD holders, I don't know, or Blu-ray holders. But it's kind of cool to have this as like a little collectible. If you guys got this box set and you got the same thing, let me know. Or if you got something that has been updated and you only have one Blu-ray holder, let me know that too. Be curious to hear where they fixed that, or if they even did. So we already went over the special features. Now we will go over the booklet. I don't like to rush through these unboxings because I like to give it the full appreciation that I think it deserves. And I want you guys to see exactly everything that these box sets do come with. Maybe that will help you decide if you want to get it or not. Maybe if you were already on the fence, and this will kind of push you over to make the purchase. Oops. But I definitely will pick up every box set that they release for the Hammer movies. There are other box sets I think are very worthy of purchasing, and if I had unlimited resources and money, I would buy everything that they put out. But unfortunately, with so many different companies releasing so many great releases, it's hard to buy everything, you know. So especially if you're a family man and you got bills, you know, family always takes precedence. So that is the Phantom of the Opera. We will get into the next release. The third title is called Captain Clegg, which is also in color. This one has the late, great Peter Cushing, and it also has Oliver Reed, who I've always been a big fan of Oliver. He was a very crazy, he was an excellent actor, but his personal life was wild, was crazy, and there's so many great moments. You can find Oliver Reed here on YouTube. There's so many different wacky situations that guy got himself into, and half of the time when Oliver Reed was talking, he was just a raving lunatic madman, but the other half of the time he was talking, he was a genius and he made perfect sense. So he was a character, that's for sure. But you can see the image of the Ghost Riders or Skeleton Riders, whatever you want to call them, which is the same image that is on the box. So you get the Blu-ray and a paper sleeve, and we'll check out the reversible cover, which, holy cow, that looks beautiful. Night Creatures. That's a tough one. They're both excellent covers. Let me pull that book out so we don't bend any corners on it. That is a beautiful cover, but that is also a beautiful cover. I think I like that one a little bit better just because of the color scheme of it. There's, you know, blues and kind of almost like a grayish blue to a black, and in the foreground there you have some grass. It looks like green and yellow. That's a tough one. Those are both excellent covers. I'm going to stick with that one, I believe. And for this one, you get the high definition remaster. Looks like it's in 1080p. I don't think they gave it a 2K scan. You get two presentations of the film. That must be why they have two different covers like that. You get the Captain Clegg with the original UK title sequence called Night Creatures, and you get the alternate US title, which must be called Captain Clegg, I'm assuming, if the original UK British title was the Night Creatures, or Night Creatures. You get original mono audio, you get audio commentary. Let me get a little closer in case you guys want to pause it. Looks like there's some documentaries and some interviews with historians and everything that you would need. It's a 36-page book. Let's take a look at that book. First, let's put the discs back. So that is the original British title, and then it looks like this would be the US version of the film. Really, really cool. So the booklet here, there's cast and crew. There's Oliver Reed right there. Oliver Reed could have been one of the best actors on the planet. But Oliver Reed had a very serious alcohol problem, and he became very hard to work with, and he was very moody because of the alcohol. You know, one minute he's laughing and giggling and Everything is great, and the next minute that he's cussing at people and threatening to, and he has been in many fights. But Oliver Reed was still a very excellent actor, in my opinion. He's one of my favorites. And he ended up dying pretty early. I think he was only in his 60s when he passed away due to health problems from a long life of alcoholism. But that is Captain Clegg, starring Peter Cushing, and also has Oliver Reed in it. So let's get into the last movie here, and then we'll look at the poster and the catalog. The fourth and last title is called The Shadow of the Cat from 1961. That's another beautiful cover. I wish they would have had the full cover, though, instead of kind of the cutout at the bottom. Stare into these eyes if you dare. The most shocking suspense thriller of the year. So there you have the disc. Take a look at the reversible cover. That definitely looks 60s to me, but I like this cover better. Still a cool cover, though. And there's the book. We'll put that off to the side. You get a 2K restoration, original mono audio. You get audio commentary. In the Shadow of Shelley from 2020, it's 25 minutes, in-depth interview. That's pretty cool. Here's another one that's pretty new. It's called Hammer's Women, Frida Jackson from 2021. It's 9 minutes. So they really did put some good extra bonus materials in here. You get a 36-page booklet and documentaries, and everything that you would need from these movies is all here in one box set. I can't say enough good things about these box sets or the company. So let's take a look at the booklet. Cast and crew, same format in each book, and then you get write-ups and stills about the movie. Very, very high quality glossy pages. She's quite fetching. A nice little snicky snack. Barbara Shelley. I'm not really a cat person, but I do. My brother has a cat, but that cat right there is such a cute little kitten. I'm more of a dog person. I don't hate cats, so my cat friends out there, please don't hate me. I know there are some really cool cats out there, and it doesn't have to be a cat versus dog life, but if you own dogs, it's not really wise to own cats because they kind of torment cats. So I don't think cats really like being around dogs very much. That's just the way it goes. I don't want anybody to think I'm bashing cats, but that is the fourth release here. I guess I'll do a quick little recap of the 4 movies side by side, and we'll get into the poster. So there are the 4 movies and the box. So let's take a look at the poster. I have to say I'm really, really impressed with the poster here. This is the Phantom of the Opera. You get this poster if you order directly from Indicator. I think if you order this from other secondary places, that you will not get the poster. And I'm not sure how many posters they have available. I don't know if they have enough for the entire run. So if you're interested in that, go over and check out Indicator on their website, and maybe they'll have information about the poster on there. And if they don't, I'm sure you can contact customer service and see if they have any left. But this is definitely very cool. I'm going to frame this. It's a little bit of a unusual size, I'll call it, because it's 20 inches across on the top, 20, and it's 16 inches going down. I'm not sure if they really make 16 by 20 frames. You could probably get a bigger one and have it matted so it's kind of centered. It'd probably look pretty sweet. I don't have anything on hand that will fit this without matting it, that is. I do have some extra frames on hand. But here is the second side, and this is Nightmare, and that looks really cool too. But I believe that when I do frame this, I'm gonna have it on this side here for Phantom of the Opera. I think that just looks really, really cool. But we'll take another quick look at this because I didn't really give it enough time on camera here. So soak that in a little bit. And just to close out the video here, I want to show you guys some of the previous titles that they had released. They stayed with the theme of this box set, which I think is really cool, for the cover of their catalog for this release. And I'm not going to go over everything, but the movies here on the left-hand side are the limited editions. The ones here on the right-hand side are the standard. So I'm just going to kind of quickly show you guys here the limited edition titles. And here are the standard edition. There are a couple more box sets from this company that I really need to pick up before it's too late. And there are some titles that I waited too long and they're now out of print. So if I do pick them up, it's going to cost me a little more money now. Here are some of the box sets that they have previously released. I think for this box set with shipping, it cost me about 70 bucks, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Which is, the shipping was a little pricey, but for a box set like this that's limited, that will go out of print eventually, I wanted to grab it now before it was too late. But I think that's a very fair price for a box set of this quality. So I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing of the Hammer Volume 6 Night Shadows. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below. I also want to kind of start a new thing on the channel. Just really briefly, I'll talk about this for a second. Over the past couple of years, I do not really get I don't get notified really from email anymore if I get new subscribers to the channel, which I want to thank. Recently, for over the past couple weeks, I've gotten quite a few new subscribers, so thank you for that. Welcome to the channel. I want to start a new thing since I don't get notified about the new subscribers. If you're new to this channel, just comment down below "new subscriber" and I will give you a shout out in an upcoming video. Once I get enough new subscriber, you know, I'll rattle off like 10 or 15 of them and just say thank you, welcome to the channel, if you're into that kind of thing. But I used to go over and thank people individually in the early days, back when they used to notify us when we had new subscribers. I don't get that anymore. So, but I think over the last couple weeks, I think I got about 40 or 50 new subscribers, which is huge for me because I usually only get a couple new subscribers a week. So to get 40 or 50 like in a couple weeks is a big deal for me. So thank you for that. Hope you enjoy the videos, and if you ever have any questions or comments, always leave those below. I'm kind of rambling right now. But for Miss Hannah and Miss Heidi, I'm your boy Toddy Walnuts. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.